The PCT ruined my life. You probably heard that on different videos. Well, I can say that the PCT hasn't ruined my life. It's definitely changed it. Over the past couple of years, we've done more and more hiking and more trails, and we've done more and more of the PCT. And got to the point to where last summer we came back from doing the John Muir Trail, and we got back home and we go, do we really need all this stuff? Why do I need 4 different kinds of this one thing? And so we thought, well, no, we don't need that. We can sell some of that stuff. So we started taking things to Goodwill, and I sold probably 300 things on eBay. So then we got those things sold, and then we said, well, do we really need this house? We had a nice house. We had, nice cars. We had nice jobs. We had what everybody would think is success. And now I don't want that. Why don't I want that? Well, it's a long story, but basically, the longer you spend maybe doing this trail or outdoors or on any long trail, the more you feel like you don't need a whole bunch of stuff. So right now we have a van. We're staying at this house until I think May, and we're only staying there every other week. So until May, and then we'll go back out on the road full time. But yeah, so I don't feel like I need a house now. I don't need stuff. At this point, if stuff doesn't fit into my backpack or into the van, I don't want it, and I don't want to pay for it either. That's the deal. You have to exchange dollars for time of your life. I'm an old man, so I don't have anything to prove or to, as far as I'm concerned, I don't really care about whether people think I'm successful or not now. So I can see if just someone was 22 and you want to see what it's like to own a house and have a wife and kids and a mortgage, and that's a part of life too, and that's fine if that's what you want. But so the PCT didn't ruin my life. It definitely changed it. As I'm sitting out here in the middle of the desert. And that's a real consideration. If you're happy in your house, if you love your job, if you have plans and of putting down roots and that kind of thing, maybe you don't want to hike on the PCT or the AT or the CDT. Maybe you just want to do nice little day hikes. But that's the danger of if you will, being wild, whatever that means, is that once you kind of get to where you can wander and roam, it's very hard to put that cage back on. So our house closed last June, and I was on the PCT when that closed, and people came up like the next day or so, and they'd say, well, where are you from? And I'm thinking, well, I grew up in the Midwest, but I haven't been there in 20 years. I'm from my van. I'm from the PCT. At this point, it's a strange feeling of not being homeless because we have a roof over our head. But I don't feel like I am missing anything else in life. I feel like everything I need, I've got. If you make your needs small, then it doesn't take much to keep that going. There's a movie called Office Space, which my wife and I love, and there's a line in that where he's in the therapist's office, and the lead character is saying that every day is the worst day of his life, and the therapist goes, "Man, that's effed up." So I've changed that so every day on this trail is the best day of my life, and I love it, and I always think that. I didn't say it's the easiest day of my life. It's definitely not the most enjoyable sometimes, because sometimes you're so beat up that, man, everything hurts, and this trail will hand you your ass if you let it. But usually I know when it's time to quit, and it's been a real easy winter, so I'm just loving it all here, and I never feel beat up. So that's the story, from rags to riches and back to rags, or at least Patagonia rags. So probably for the rest of my life, I'll be a man of the road, a hobo by name. So maybe that's helps some folks, and we'll catch you later. Bye-bye.